Satan's greatest trick, erasing the unseen. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate, one of the greatest tricks Satan ever played was not convincing people that God does not exist, but convincing them that the unseen itself does not exist. Because once the unseen is dismissed, everything else becomes easier to deny. Angels become superstition, revelation becomes mythology, accountability becomes optional, and God becomes unnecessary. This idea did not arrive with noise or force. It arrived quietly, repeated calmly, normalized patiently. And today, belief in a creator is often treated as strange, while belief in nothing is treated as reasonable. I want to speak carefully here, not to mock, not to insult, not to win an argument. I say this only to honor God, not for my own glory. Much of modern atheism appeals to a single word, empirical. So let us begin there. What does empirical actually mean? Empirical knowledge refers to what can be observed, measured, tested, and repeated through the senses. It tells us how things behave within the universe. It does not tell us why the universe exists at all. Empiricism is a powerful tool, but it is not the totality of knowledge. Logic, mathematics, ethics, meaning, and existence itself are not empirical in origin. They are rational, not sensory. Even the statement only empirical knowledge is valid is not itself empirical. It is a philosophical claim, not a scientific one. So when someone says there is no empirical evidence for God, what they are really saying is, God is not a physical object within the universe, and no serious believer has ever claimed that he was. In Islam, God is not part of creation, he is the cause of it. Now consider the universe itself. Modern cosmology overwhelmingly affirms that the universe had a beginning, what we call the Big Bang. Space began, time began, matter began. This is not theology, it is physics. But a beginning raises a question that cannot be avoided. Why is there something rather than nothing? Every explanation of existence must choose one of two options. Either 1, the universe is eternal, or 2, the universe had a beginning that requires a cause. The idea of an eternal universe has steadily collapsed, not because of religion, but because of evidence. So we are left with a beginning, and a beginning demands an explanation. Here is where the question becomes uncomfortable, because to deny God at this point is not neutrality. It is to accept, without evidence, that the universe ultimately came from nothing. So let us ask plainly, what is nothing? Not empty space, not a vacuum, not quantum fields. Even the so-called quantum vacuum is not nothing. It has laws, structure, energy, and potential. It is something. In all of human history, we have never observed nothing existing, let alone producing anything. There is no empirical evidence that nothingness has ever existed. So the claim that something came from nothing is not scientific. It is metaphysical. It is an assumption. And assumptions, when dressed as certainty, become articles of faith, whether acknowledged or not. This is why the greatest minds of human history never believed reality was self-explanatory. Aristotle spoke of the unmoved mover, a necessary being upon which all motion depends. Plato spoke of the good, the ultimate source of truth and existence. Thomas Aquinas argued that contingent beings require a necessary being, one that exists by its own nature. Even Immanuel Kant, though critical of simplistic proofs, affirmed that reason itself points beyond the material toward the noumenal. These men were not naive, they were not anti-reason, they were honest about where reason leads. Religion did not invent God to fill a gap, philosophy encountered him as a necessity. The Quran expresses this with profound simplicity. Were they created by nothing, or were they themselves the creators? And again, Allah is the creator of all things. The Bible echoes the same truth. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and He is before all things, and in Him all things hold together. These are not poetic guesses. They are philosophical conclusions expressed through revelation. Now we must address what quietly replaces God when He is removed. The answer is nihilism. The word nihil is Latin for nothing. Nihilism, at its core, is the belief that there is no inherent meaning, no objective value, no ultimate purpose. That existence simply is, and nothing more. This is not neutral, it is devastating. Because if there is no ultimate meaning, then love is chemical, morality is preference, human dignity is opinion, and suffering has no answer. Atheism may not intend this conclusion, but it inevitably opens the door to it. And this is the deepest cost of erasing God, not the loss of belief, but the loss of meaning. Islam rejects this utterly. The Quran affirms that human beings are not accidents. We have honored the children of Adam. It affirms purpose. I did not create jinn and mankind except to worship me, and it affirms love and nearness. My mercy encompasses all things. The Bible echoes this truth. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God is love. This is the truth that must be reclaimed. You matter. Your life is not random. Your suffering is not meaningless. Your existence is not an accident. You are known, you are valued, and you are loved by God. This is why erasing the unseen is Satan's greatest trick. Because once God is forgotten, humanity forgets itself. May Allah protect us from forgetfulness. May He grant us clarity without arrogance. And may He allow us to recognize truth, even when it challenges the assumptions of our age. Peace be upon all who seek truth with sincerity.